Hello and welcome to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and over the next half hour you're going to meet some very interesting people that can help you have a better life. Now, one of the things I want to start doing on the show is addressing the viewer emails. I've got quite a few here, but I'm not even going to read any of them this week. I want you to send in your comments about the show and about WLFT and MeTV and things of that nature. If you like it, you hate it, I'll tell everybody what you got to say. Here's your chance as the audience to send it in to us. So here's where I want you to send it to. Email me at WLFT.com. Is that easy enough for you to remember? I tell you, it's on the screen, I hope. Email me at WLFT.com, and we will take care of being sure that you are mentioned on our show. Speaking of being mentioned on our show, I got a lady here with, I must say, has the best, in everybody in town, she has the best PR department to reach out to media, because our little station, as you know, is a low power station. Nobody cares. We don't ever do anything. But these people, they are so good. They found our little station, put us on the mailing list, and then wham, boy, do we get a bunch of stuff. I mean, they got faxes coming to us. They got emails coming to us. So I said, okay, look, enough of that. Let's get you on and find out exactly what you got to say. So they sent this lovely lady, as you can see by the shot, Jamie S. Tyndall. And of course, the name of the organization is Families Helping Families, which I really thought was a great idea. They got to be doing something to help people have a better life. So Jamie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me what Families Helping Families is.
Well, we're a family-driven resource, information, and education center for persons with disabilities and their family members.
So you deal with people that have maybe cerebral palsy or Down syndrome that are trying to live on their own specifically and help them fit into society, or do you work with families that have one at home and helping them take care of that, or everything?
All of the above. And it's family driven because everybody that works there are parents or family members of a person with a disability. So our tagline is, it's who we are, it's what we do.
Okay.
So that's where it derived from. And we've been around about 15 years in Baton Rouge. And so all disabilities, all ages. You know, somebody with a disability, they call our center, and we connect them with another staff member there that has a similar situation, or we direct them to where resources are in the community that can help them.
So if I have a special needs child that has a speech impediment and needs to get speech therapy, you have a list of those speech therapists and
Absolutely.
things to work with.
Yes,
and
we
if
do.
they need a wheelchair or a power wheelchair, you have the avenues to get them started with the paperwork and things to help them. Am I reading it right?
You're reading it right, but there's a lot more to it too.
Okay.
You know, resources are important to support families. I mean, you know, we all need the support, but also important is to have recreational activities and fun, education, workshops, lots and lots of school events. Lots of children have disabilities or in public school system, so we help them with the individualized education plan or IEP. And or any supports in the school, will actually go to the meetings with them and support them through it. But the most important thing is to empower the families. We empower them to teach them the rights of their children that are entitled to a free and appropriate education in the public school system. So that, along with partnering with lots of community members, we partner with BREC and offer many Sunshine Socials and activities and dances to give them recreational activities.
Individual service plans, that we call IEP?
Individual education plan.
IEP.
IEP.
A lot of people don't realize that this is actually a meeting that takes place between the teachers, the people at the school, the community people involved in the child's welfare in the community, and of course with your group probably involved too. But getting an IEP and actually understanding what your rights are to ask for as a special needs parent is so important. Are there good online sources for people now to learn more about what the law provides for them?
Absolutely. Our website has a lot of resources, and if they contact us, then we'll have a lot of resources for them. So that's the first thing we actually do, is to give families resources so that they can make informed decisions about their child's education. But then that parent-to-parent support, I mean, having another human being to talk to. They call and they're really outdone. I mean, they're either, you know, really depressed about things, or things are just really stressed out for them, and we're able to say, we understand, and they're like, you can't understand unless you have a child, and that's when we open the door to say, but we do have children.
Sure.
We are parents of children with disabilities. So that's when all the walls drop, and we're just able to really empower. And I got to tell you, you know, there's been a lot of adversarial I guess, descriptions of advocacy, but Families Helping Families of Greater Baton Rouge, we advocate in a very non-confrontational way. We want to empower not only the families, but the schools. I mean, you would think that a lot of educators are already empowered with the education of that, but they're not always that in tune to things, so it's a team effort.
It's Bush No Child Left Behind thing got everybody started down the right path, but we've seen a lot of the programs be done away with, and it's harder and harder, and these kids deserve a chance. They deserve a chance. Now, what about after they're 18? You still are still involved?
That's a transition program. So we want to encourage parents to begin to build transition plans for their children, to find employment. I mean, my son's 17 years old. He'll probably stay in public school till he's 21. But after
he can stay till he's what, 24, 26?
22. No.
Now in this state, or is that?
It's 22.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on he'll stay till he's 21 because of his age, his birthday, but whatever. But the ideal thing is when your kid, if you have a child with a developmental disability and you know they're going to have difficulty maybe with employment or higher education or whatever, go ahead and start now building those relationships in the community. Call Families Helping Families and get the information on transition that you can get, and let us start helping you now to kind of work toward that, because it's different than a child without a disability. It's a little bit harder struggle. One of our other huge programs is the Resource Center for Autism Spectrum Disorders, and that is a program of Families Helping Families, and we have 3 parents that work in there that have children on the spectrum, and again, the same resources, education, and that sort of thing is specific to a child being on the spectrum. And we have an autism walk every year, and it brings about 6,000 people. It's an exciting day.
Wow, that's really neat. Well, you didn't know this about myself, but I, of course, adopted a little girl who's 6.5 months old, cerebral palsy, left side impaired, been through everything that you're describing. She now has her own apartment, lives, has full-time help, of course. But those kind of things are as a result in her life. Living in Nashville by herself is all because of organizations like you. So if you have a child or you know someone who does, hook them up with Families Helping Families. I think they will help you. Now it's time for us to get out of here and go to our next segment. So I want you to stay tuned, because I've got a big surprise coming up with you in just a few seconds, okay? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Greater Baton Rouge Medical Office Building at Howell Place is conveniently located near the Baton Rouge Airport, offering medical services for all ages, lifestyles, and diagnosis. Greater Baton Rouge Medical Office Building offers a wide range of physicians to service your needs, from visual changes to upper and lower extremity orthopedic problems, back and neck injuries, and pain management. After consultation with your physician, there is an on-site physical therapy clinic to get you back to work or to your recreational pastime. If mobility is a problem, a home health office is on the premises to accept referrals. This modern medical marketplace has convenient parking and is designed for complete personal and family health care. Greater Baton Rouge Medical Office Building at Howell Place is recognized for high-quality care and wants to be your choice for all of your family's health care needs.
Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry. Of course, this is the new Collector's Cup. As you can see, it's got our signature van on it. Plus, it's got, of course, Star Trek there. It's got a whole bunch of neat stuff on it. These cups are available for a donation of $5,000. That's right. You can have your own cup with a simple donation of $5,000. Make a check out to WLFT. It is tax deductible, of course, because it's a contribution. And send us your check $5,000 and we'll send you a mug. But if you do it before the end of the show, we'll double the mugs we send to you. That's right, you get 2 mugs for $5,000. Okay, more questions? Email me at WLFT.com. That is on the screen. That's how you can find out, of course. And we have been known to give away these $5,000 mugs to people that like us on Facebook. Okay, so here's how you can do that. I know that there's a like us on Facebook way that you can do that. I'm sure that they're going to pop up. There it is. Now with me right now is a guy that can help you understand all of the pitfalls and the ways of doing negotiations when you're ready to make that leap and buy your own home. Now that is something we want to talk to this guy about. Welcome to the show, Mr. Julian.
Thank you, sir.
I did say that correct, didn't I, Julian?
Yes, sir, you did.
Donald, where are you from?
My home is Donaldsonville.
Donald from Donaldsonville.
Ronald from Donaldsonville.
Ronald from Donaldsonville.
Company's name is Donald Julian.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the real estate business?
Oh, I got licensed since 1989. I've been practicing since 1990. So that's about 23, 22 years.
What's the major change you've seen as far as the potential homeowner or becoming a homeowner for the first time? What's the biggest change you've seen in the last 10 years?
The biggest change has been the financing institutions, the way you go about getting that first step completed. We may remember that mortgages were very easy to do, and it didn't require the best credit in the world.
You could be in prison, you could breathe, you could buy a home.
You could buy
Those
a
days are
home.
gone.
Long gone. Because a lot of the
Now
public.
it's really tough.
It's not really tough if you don't have the credit score you should have had to begin with.
Okay, what
If-
kind of credit score does the person have to even begin to think about getting a?
You can probably start off at about a 600,
Okay.
620. The higher you go up the scale, the easier it is, and the better interest rate you're going to get. So you want to take your time. You want to do what you need to do to get your credit straight. There are a lot of things you can do, a lot of programs out there to help you. Well, not so much programs as opposed to lending institutions that will help you to get your credit in order. Once you've done that.
Simple things to do that you can really help your credit score, because, I mean, I've seen things as proven to me as little as you can jump your score by 25 points by simply taking off a son or a daughter off of your credit card as a co-exhibitor because of their credit score.
That would help, but the other thing to do is a lot of people seem to want to pay off everything.
Bad idea.
Terrible idea. What I've suggested to people to do is if you're trying to get started, get some kind of secured card, and as opposed to paying your credit card, not your credit card, your utility bills, phone bills, gas bills, use that card.
Yeah.
Pay with that card.
Cycle that money through there.
Cycle that money through there.
Maybe you get travel points, maybe, or you get dollars cash back.
You can get a few travel
It's a
points. You
smart
will get a
piece
few
of-
travel points.
Let's stick with real estate. What is the hottest piece of real estate people are looking for today?
The hottest piece or the hottest neighborhoods? The hottest neighborhoods is going to be the South Baton Rouge community. What we have looking more than anything else these days are a lot of investors.
So everybody's going south of Bethany, out that way, out toward Gonzales?
Everybody's going south, or the majority is still going south. Below Bethany, yes.
What happened to Baker in all this area here? Why is it not a growing area?
That would be a real magic question. My suspect is a lot of families are looking for the best school systems they can find.
That's the key. That's why
Baker-
Zachary's doing.
Zachary's doing well, Central's doing well.
And of course,
The
where you're talking
southern
about-
part and your Ascension Parish areas are doing well because of schools.
Right.
That is a drawing card for any
You
family.
know, it's
They're
funny,
interested
a
in
lot
their
of people
kids.
don't understand how much a good school affects the price of your home and the value of your home.
It affects it greatly. I
You
mean,
bet it does.
and when you get into the neighborhoods that have the better schools, you have the higher end homes as well.
Sure.
And you have businesses that are booming which support those schools well.
Absolutely.
So it causes the prices of everything to be just a little more than some other neighborhoods.
So if you were recommending people that are first-time buyers, is that primarily who you deal with a lot, or is it second home?
I work with more first-time home buyers than anything else, even though I do specialize in the foreclosure side of the business.
Okay, so you in helping people foreclose their home or buy foreclosure property?
I work with the banks, and they buy the foreclosure properties. I market those, and again, the primary buyers would be your first-time home buyers.
Right, right. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the next 4 years as far as interest rates and things like that. Right now, they're really low.
They're historically low still. Yes, you're right, they are low. And I don't see that they're going to shift anytime soon. The reason I'd suggest that they're not going to shift is there's still a lot of inventory that the banks need to remove. And if you start raising the interest rate, you're going to slow a market that's already not at its best pace anyway. We have room to grow, a lot of room to grow, and we do have a large enough inventory to remove. So with the inventory being large here, as well as other states, the interest rates are going to remain low because we must get those properties back on the market, must get those properties back in the homes of owners.
You're going to see a real change in the Baton Rouge area in the next few years as far as these school districts and things changing. People that want to invest. Is there any particular area that you say, hey, if you've got extra money, you want to buy a home to rent it out? Is there a particular area you'd recommend?
No, I wouldn't suggest any particular home area to market, to rent. I would suggest that you not be the novice and believe that any area is as probably as good as the next. Yes, you can collect money
By renting out the home, right.
renting out homes in Baton Rouge has always been good. It's always been a great way of making additional monies.
What about flipping homes? There's all these reality shows and stuff. Right? You think that's something everybody should be jumping into?
I don't think that's something that many people should jump into. Again, that takes a lot of skill. That takes a lot of learning. The problem there is getting those properties in condition where bankers are going to accept them.
Right.
And there are rules that says how long you must hold before you can even flip, and those things do affect market values.
Right.
And
I hope you'll come back and we can talk more. I mean,
Great.
this is a subject that almost take a whole half hour.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our time is gone for the day. You had his information. If you want more, you can email me. Of course, I will let you know. But coming up in our last segment, as promised last week, we got the talking points about improving your life. So stay tuned for Hank Hennigan. Thanks again for being on the show. I appreciate
thank you.
it. Okay?
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be right back.
Promoting your business in these competitive times can be tough. You need to use everything possible to stand out in the crowd. Your vehicle is an asset most companies overlook when advertising. Now you can promote just like major companies by wrapping your vehicle with eye-catching graphics. Frogskin Graphics wraps boats, cars, trucks, and buildings. No job too large or small. Full-color banners, window graphics, and signs designed, printed, and installed by professionals. 683-9595.
Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and of course, as I promised, I've got viewer comments that we're going to get to on the next few shows. I've got some great ones here that are going to make you laugh, and some are going to make you cry. If you've got a comment, email me at WLFT.com. And of course, we encourage everybody to like us on Facebook. And the $5,000 coffee mugs are going really quick. So hey, folks, I'm hoping that you'll be able to get in on that deal. It is a limited time offer. Speaking of limited time offers, here's a man that has a limited time with us, so we're going to jump right in with what he's got to say. Welcome back to the show, Hank Hennigan.
Hello, Doc. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I tell you, you teased everybody, and I got a lot of emails about this. This 7 steps from Dave Ramsey's course.
Yes.
And I really appreciate you coming back to share with us. Let's start with. I guess you want to start with number 1.
Yeah. Dave teaches in Financial Peace University that there's 7 baby steps to becoming debt-free and giving. Number 1, and they may have it on the screen there. Number 1 is to put $1,000 in emergency fund. He calls it the GOK fund. God only knows the emergency is going to happen.
It sure is.
So number 2.
In other words, put a savings account together somewhere in a sock. Folks, get $1,000, and if you make under 20 grand, make it at least 800.
Yes, no, 500. 500.
Sock that away.
And that doesn't mean you order a pizza at night and the pizza man gets at the door and you say, oh, this is emergency.
No, that's not the emergency.
That's not an emergency.
That's not an emergency.
That's not an emergency.
I got you. Okay. All right, what's next? Pay off. Go ahead, number 2.
Number 2 is pay off all your debt, excluding your home mortgage, what we call the debt snowball. Debt snowball is, so what is that, Hank?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, debt snowball is how bad do you want to get out of debt? Do you have a garage sale? What do you do? You live below your means. What do you do to start paying off your debts, your credit cards, your cars, and everything? And once one is paid off, you take that and you put it. You just apply that payment to the next bill. And normally, with credit cards, it's the highest interest rate, and you start paying down. And so
A lot of
that's
people
number 2.
offer zero financing or zero on new credit card accounts now. A lot of people say, oh, get one of those and transfer all the money over to the zero penny. What do you think of that?
Dave Ramsey would say no. He would,
What about canceling all your wife's credit cards?
less.
Dave Ramsey would say.
We cut up credit cards at Financial Peace University. Every one of our classes, I have a big old pair of scissors, and I cut up credit
So
cards.
right there, you
every
cut
week.
'em up.
Cut them up, yes.
Wow.
And men with Home Depot cards, they come in there crying, and their wives cut it up. The ladies that come in there with credit cards,
Right.
cut them up. And
Okay, jump on the next one. Put 3 to 6 months.
Put 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in a savings account. Once you
That's a
have
lot
it-
of money, I mean, for most
But
people.
once you have all your debt paid off, excluding your home mortgage, you're able to do that.
Well, that's true.
And 3 to 6, just think if you didn't have any other debts except your home, that you would be able to accelerate that and start saving up 3 to 6 months of living expenses.
And that's in case you lose your job or whatever, at least you got 6 months of being able to handle it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Until you get back on your feet, yes.
Number 4, invest 15%.
Invest 15% in a Roth IRA or a tax-deferred annuity. And there's several good mutual fund representatives in the Baton Rouge area that you can contact, but that is step number 4.
So you're saying 15% out of every paycheck? 15% of your household income
Yes.
should go into an IRA or a deferred account?
Once you have everything paid off, excluding your home mortgage, and you have your savings account built up for 3 to 6 months, you should have the ability to do that. Remind you, you're living below your means.
Sure.
So,
It's the only way to get ahead.
Yes,
You got to
exactly.
do that. Save for your children's college education.
yes, that's number 5. So
Using a tax favor plan. Explain that.
so many, I mean, there's a college funding that you can, and talking to these mutual fund representatives and start saving for college. Let me tell you this, Doc. In the year 2010, in the year 2011, from the age group of 20 to 30, there was more young people in that age group that declared bankruptcy than graduated from a 4-year
That's
university.
not good. That's not good.
And all because of one thing: school loans. The average person's getting out of a 4-year degree, undergraduate degree, owing $45,000.
Sure. They're smothered in debt. Sure.
And so what they're doing is, once they get out from mom and daddy when they're 18, they go off to school, they register at this table for the university. The next table is what I call the squeeze card table, Visa card.
Yep.
And then the disaster card table, MasterCard. And then the American Access card table, American
American
Express.
Express.
So they run all these debts up as college students.
Right.
They get out of school, they get an entry-level job, they get a car, note, or whatever, and then about a year later they say, oh, wait a minute. This $45,000 of school loans that I had to pay because mom and daddy didn't save for me and didn't fund for me, I've got to pay it.
Easy on the mic. You're
Oh,
killing
sorry.
us. We made a point at home, though.
Yeah, made a
Knocked
point
everybody
out.
out of their living room.
So what they're doing is they're filing bankruptcy to pay for the school. 'Cause the school loan is like paying the IRS.
yeah, it's got to be paid.
They
All right, we're under a minute. Let's go. Pay off the house early.
pay off the house. Once you do all this, you can pay off your house in 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, you can double up on payments and pay more toward the principal.
And
and
you've
get
got
it down
that
to- if you got
accelerated
the-
margin working for you
Right.
to
You can
do
get
that.
ahead.
Yes.
All right, build wealth and give.
That's number 7. Dave Ramsey's famous saying is, and we learned it in his class, and we close out our class with this: if you live like no one else, later you can live or give like no one else.
Good words to end on. I appreciate you being on this week and sharing Ramsey's deal. It goes quick, but I tell you what, if you'd like a copy of that, get in touch with us. Till next time, remember, have a better life through Jesus Christ. We'll see you on the next show. Bye-bye.